You're listening to the Willie Fed Aftershow.
Would be, let's say, somebody like Jennifer Hudson. At the time, she was heavier. She won the Oscar, but she's still doing well. You know, she wasn't as big as Gabby, but they might would have tried to put her in that category. Yeah, she did Dreamgirl. That's who she's supposed to play, a heavy person. That's it. You know?
Yeah, I've only seen her in a couple more movies since Dreamgirls. But
she did Broadway.
Her career did.
But did she do Broadway?
I mean, she was in the I didn't see it, but she was in Sex in the City. She was also in that movie with Queen Latifah and Alicia Keys. Something about.
But you gotta remember her recording career did well, but it slowed down when her family got killed. That kind of changed a lot, I think.
Right, but my question still comes back to, like, is it even fair to say that this chick is gonna be a one-hit wonder? Like, the movie just came out last year. Like.
No, I don't think it's fair, and it's a lot more black people in Hollywood and just in general in the entertainment industry that can prove Howard Stern wrong and make roles. And I know on The View, Whoopi Goldberg was talking about that, and she was saying, you know, Howard Stern can say what he wants to, but roles can be created for her, things can be done. And I think Whoopi understands, because although she's not big or anything, she definitely wasn't the ideal look that people like, you know, in the 80s. You see what I'm saying? Not to say she is now, but when you think about it then in The Color Purple, nobody thought Whoopi Goldberg would get as big as she did, you know?
Right.
Just based on looks, and she's had an awesome career. So I think if people stick together and stop being so, what's the word?
Judgmental,
then she could, because she's obviously a good actress. She acts nothing like Precious. You know what I mean? I think she did a great job, but people are going to have to get past the size thing. I think she should lose some weight just because she doesn't look healthy. It's not a healthy big.
Yeah.
You know, I think she should lose some for health reasons, but other than that, I mean, I think it's very unfair.
No, it's not other than that.
Because you're not a certain size, you shouldn't have a career in Hollywood. I think that's very unfair.
It's not just about weight. She needed an extreme makeover.
She's not an ugly girl.
Yes, she is.
Very big.
Yes, she is.
Would you call her that ugly if she was lighter? I mean,
yes, I would.
The average man always has something to say about a dark-skinned woman, even if she's small, or dark-skinned girl. And then she's big. So for a man, that's like 2 strikes right there.
You right, and she about to
No. Wait, hold on. No, wait, listen.
Wait, no. Big. Can't see her face because she's so big.
I'm pulling up a picture.
She lost 150 pounds.
I'm gonna pull up a picture because he keeps looking at this picture of her from Precious, and how she looks in Precious is not how she looks.
How you spell her name?
Y'all, you can't. To me, you can't even get a fair look at someone's face that big because she probably shouldn't even be that big. You know, right, maybe if she got down to ideal weight, then you can look at her face better. You can't tell me that her face is uglier. It's plenty of small women. It's way uglier than her.
I'm not saying she's the ugliest woman I've ever seen, but she is a ugly woman that I'm looking at. I'm sorry. She's not cute.
What makes her ugly to you? Aside from her being big.
Besides her nose and her cheeks and her chin and her neck.
The what?
Her nose, her cheeks, her chin, and her neck.
You can't judge her cheeks because she's big.
I didn't make her big. She chose to keep eating.
All I'm saying is I don't think she's a good-looking person.
She looks fake, made up.
I promise if she was a light-skinned big girl, she'd still be getting a lot of it, but she wouldn't get as much of it. I guarantee, because people still, after all these years and the civil rights and slavery and all this, people still give darker women a hard time. They still think the dark woman isn't as pretty as the light girl. And so just with that, on top of her weight, come on now.
Yeah, come on now. Listen,
ugly.
Don't give me the light skin, dark skin, because Gabrielle Union is not that bad. Okay.
Very beautiful light skin, dark skin women out there. Period. I'm not with that, but as a chocolate woman, a brown woman, I've had so many people tell me, "Oh, you are pretty for a brown girl," and to me, that's a slap in the face. So all I'm saying is, for her to be a dark girl on top of being heavy, of course people are gonna throw her off as ugly right off.
Listen, brown skin, it sounds like you got like a personal problem with the dark skin, light skin. She's just ugly. She could be light skinned and she'll still be ugly.
I don't know. For me, I
do know. I'm a guy. I'm a guy who looks at that.
To me, she's too big to make an accurate judgment about anything. She's too big.
But then when
I think if she lost some weight,
but then she gonna look worse. A lot of times,
that doesn't need to be
when bigger people lose weight, they look funny. Like now her head gonna be too big for her body.
That's true.
And so I mean, she's pretty much in a lose-lose situation.
No, I think if they lose more weight than they're supposed to lose, then yes. But I think if you lose weight and you lose it the healthy way and not going to getting all these, what did that thing Al Roker get, the stomach?
Oh, a gastric bypass.
Right, going to get the gastric bypass. Of course, Star Jones looks a hot mess. She didn't lose the weight.
She look like a cartoon character, Star Jones.
Right, because she didn't lose it in the right way. But when you look at people that have lost weight and they do it in the right way, not too much weight, but the amount of weight that they should lose for their body type and height, then they usually look okay. The problem is in Hollywood, people go for the quick fix, so it never looks right. But I promise if she went on the diet and she could lose a strong 100 pounds. I think it would be a huge difference. It's so much.
Do you know how much 100 pounds is?
I'm just saying.
If I lost 100 pounds,
she started with 100. She's never going to be a size 5, and she doesn't need to be. But I'm saying you could probably see a huge difference.
So what size is she now? What size is she? What you think?
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna jump.
No, what does matter though is, personal opinion, she's not attractive. She's a little overweight. Okay, a lot overweight. But with all that being said, if I was her, I'd be like, F all y'all. I'll stay big if I want to. And I have no problem with that. Love who you are. It's just healthier to lose weight. In my personal opinion, she's not that attractive.
I think she definitely needs to lose weight. Not to be skinny, not to look like everyone else, but for health reasons. A lot of it looks very unhealthy. So
okay.
I think she should lose weight.
Is it the underlining theme before we went on the Gabby rampage was does she need to lose weight in order to get jobs? Yes or no? I mean, I just want a yes or no answer. No. Does she need to lose weight in order to get a job?
No, she need to know the right people to get a job.
So she can stay exactly how she is.
She can stay how she is. Tyler Perry or Spike Lee or somebody will give her a role just because everybody's saying she can't do it.
Right.
Okay.
Now, do I think she should lose weight?
Now, of course, for health reasons and all that other stuff, yes. If she might want to lose, some weight. But just as far as Howard Stern was saying, as far as getting roles and being part of the showbiz culture, does she need to lose weight?
But I think it's gonna be harder for her to lose weight now because now she made a little bit of money, so now she can buy more food. I'm just saying.
Well, we're gonna go from I think I got enough time left in this segment. Yeah, I got 5 minutes. We're gonna go from one end of the spectrum to the other. Just got through talking about Gabby. Well, let's talk about Whitney. Whitney Houston, as you all know, last year, August 31st, 2009, she released her first CD in, I think 7 years, something like that, and it was called I Look to You. The CD did really, really well, debuted at #1, all that great stuff, platinum album, all of that. She was on a world tour called I Look to You, and the reviews from the tour have not been that great. They had, if you want to YouTube it, if you ever get a chance, they had some fans of hers in Australia who were basically walking out in the middle of her show, and they basically said something to the effect of, we wasted our money, she might as well have stayed home, she shouldn't be performing for anybody. Like, they were saying that she's not hitting any of the notes, like it was just a horrible performance. Well, now according to MSNBC.com, they say that she is sick. She has a respiratory issue and is deep regrets that she's having to postpone some of her shows, her European leg of her show, due to respiratory issues.